Well, by request from someone close to me, I've decided to make Garfield. And you've read the title. So to start, I make all of the oranges and yellows and tans that I'm going to need, and I start by grabbing a chunk of orange and shaping out all of the extremities, the legs, the arms, the tails, adding basically just spots to make them elongate over time. I start by just thinning out all of the arms, legs, all that, and shaping out the shape of the stomach. After I have all of the shaping done, I add material on the arms and the legs in order to make sure that they are better fits for the proper size of Garfield. This continues on until I have enough girth on the arms and legs to feel confident in the size and shape. Once I have enough confidence in the size and shape of Garfield, I can then start to add on different parts of, the arms and the feet. The hands and the feet. I start by adding in larger balls to the edges of the hands, to the arms, so that I can start to shape out proper hands. I do this by shaping out a thumb and then cutting in 3 fingers using 2 slashes. Then I shape out the fingers individually and do this on both sides to make sure that the Garfield has 2 hands and not 1. Then, similar to the hands but slightly different, I then add some clay to the bottom, acting as the feet, and then do a similar process of shaping it out to the proper shape and cutting in some toes. I don't like saying that, but I have to a lot more than I want to. So now, once all this is cut out and I shape them all into the proper shape, I can work on something that I would like to talk to about a little bit more. Like the tail, except I mainly just shape out the tail and then start working on the head immediately after. The head is just a ball that gets blended into the neck area and then made sure that it is good. Then after that I add the tail, but the tail was shaped out before I added the head because I felt like it. Now that all of the main Garfield aspects are all made, I can begin to work on the shading, or like the little black marks. I first start with the marks on the back side of the tail. Then, once all of those are done, I move to the ones on the back. I did 2 lines, even though I think there are 4 lines across the back and across the head, but I only did 2 on each because it was easier. If you feel like you can do better, then do better. This is inspiration. Do it. After this, I put Garfield in his famous sexy pose, because that's the funniest one. Just objectively, it's the funniest one. This has him with bent knees, 1 arm on his hip, and 1 supporting his head. Once this is shaped out properly, I can begin to design the face, starting with the ears, and then, blending in the ears. The ears are just balls of clay with pokes in them, and then get blended into the head. And then once that's done, I can begin work on the face, which... Actually, no, I can't. I still have to work on the ears. The ears have little black lines on them. Those just get placed in there, 2 on each, and then pushed in slightly so that they're a little bit more sturdy. And then I can start working on the face, mainly focusing on the mouth right now, which is just some yellow, which is molded into 2 segments, and then copied over and flipped so that I can have the proper cat mouth. Once I have that, I can add the eyes. This is just 2 white circles, and once I have the eyes, I can add in little black dots. But I've flattened out some eyelids before then, and after I have the black dots, I added in a nose so that I could take a funny picture. Now that I have that picture taken, I can add in the eyelids to make him look more like sleepy-ish, and make sure that they are properly positioned so that they look like eyelids properly. Then I can begin the same design that I put on the back, except on the back of the head. This is the exact same process as before, and once this process is done, there's not much else to do. Of course, besides just making sure that everything is the right shape, and adding some little hairs on the side of the head. Of course, with that done, there's not much else, and it's done. the bit.